police emergency line.
Yeah, somebody's trying to break into my house.
What?
Hurry up, they just get in. Hold on, I gotta jam my door. Please hurry.
Are you in a bedroom, ma'am?
Yeah, please hurry.
Do you hear anything, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, we're going to be there very soon, okay? Don't say anything else, okay? If you want to be quiet, you can be quiet, okay? But I'm going to stay on the line with you, okay?
Oh, God, they're coming up the stairs.
No, you just stay right where you are and don't move, okay? Cars, the subjects are in her room upstairs.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, God, I'm not even dressed.
Just stay right where you are, okay? Don't say anything.
Oh, God, please hurry.
Don't wait to help protect your home and family. Call now and get the security over 25 million people trust for as little as $99 installed. Call ADT today. ADT, security for life.
In the universe we inhabit, in Scotland actually, there is a curious sport in which a man in a kilt picks up a telephone pole and tosses it end over end. That's pretty bizarre. But there may be a universe where the pole suddenly leaps into the air and is caught by a very surprised man in a skirt.
It's like, you know, the science fiction in which the space travelers land on a planet and nothing is right. Apples fall up, and all the rules that we had learned, all the intellectual weapons that we had to understand nature didn't work.
There was a time when all was order and logic, when a person could rely on good old common sense.
First red into far corner pocket.
For instance, Newton's second law, the acceleration of a particle equals the force imposed divided by the particle's mass. And it works. Know the conditions and you know the result.
Excellent.
Well, then came Einstein with his special theory of relativity. Two different observers can see two different realities. If a ball could travel near the speed of light and you watched, its mass would tend to be infinite, and it would become very thin. If you looked from the point of view of the ball to the static balls, they would grow very thin and curve over.
Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Just one day after giving this speech, on April 4th, 1968, an assassin shot and killed Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. 3 days after pleading guilty to the murder, James Earl Ray claimed that he had been coerced by police into confessing, a confession that resulted in a 99-year prison sentence. In fact, Ray never had a public trial. He died in 1998. Was James Earl Ray the primary party in the assassination? Or was King assassinated by a conspiracy that included the U.S. government? In a 1999 civil case brought by the King family, a Memphis jury declared that King was not the victim of gunmen acting alone, and that unnamed others in government agencies had also been involved. Some believed that the Memphis case proves that James Earl Ray was innocent. Others believed that the Memphis case was so flawed that the verdict did not deserve notice.
Do you believe in life after death? Some people not only believe, they say they know it exists. They are the 1 in 4 people who, after traumatic accidents, operations or cardiac resuscitation, all describe the same thing: dying and coming back to life, and in between, glimpsing a world beyond.
Suddenly I felt warm and at peace. Then it just seemed to happen. I found myself in this tunnel with a very bright light at the end of it, and I was walking towards it. At the end of the tunnel, when I arrived there was a bridge. At the far end, there was human-shaped shadows, and I said,
I'm coming across.
The arms were beckoning me, and a voice in my head said, you can't cross the bridge. It's not your time yet. Then suddenly I was rushing backwards, away from the bridge, away from the shadows.
Dr. Peter Fenwick of the Institute of Psychiatry studies altered states of consciousness in the brain. Ron Bell's case is one of 400 near-death experiences, or NDEs, which he's collected.
Do people make up stories about NDEs? No, I don't think they do. My reason for saying this is that there is a very clear set of features. If you haven't had the experience, it's very difficult to get it right.
Dr. Fenwick argues that because the accounts of Ron Bell and others are so similar, they must be real.